Let's block the Nestled Knits Mini Lovey blanket together. We're going to start by putting a little bit of soap in this bucket and adding some lukewarm water. We want to make sure that the soap gets mixed in and that the blanket is fully submerged. I'm just moving the blanket around a little bit, stretching it out, making sure the soap gets mixed up, and giving it a good swish around the bucket. Once the blanket is fully submerged in water, you're going to want to let it sit in there for about 20 minutes or so before you dump the water and rinse it out. All right, I have dumped out the soapy water, and now we are going to just add some fresh lukewarm water back into the bucket. Again, just wiggle around your fingers into the knit itself to try and get out any remaining soap. Now that we've rinsed out the blanket, you're going to gently squeeze out any of the excess water. You don't want to twist or wring it too hard, but give it a good squeeze to get out water. Now it's time to dump the water out of the bucket. If you have a kitchen colander, you can stick that right inside of your bucket to continue the draining process. Obviously, the bigger work would take a longer time to drain. Now I've put the Knit Lovey on a clean blanket to soak up the excess water. Make sure the blanket is similar in color just in case your yarn does decide to bleed. It's now time to transfer the blanket onto the blocking mat. You want to try your best to meet the 12-inch by 12-inch dimensions. This is a slow process. You want to be pulling gently on your knit work. And I started with less pins, as you can see, spaced out. And as we go along, I will be adding more pins right to left and top to bottom. Before blocking out this knit blanket, it was about 2 to 3 inches short on each side. As you can tell, it's a little bit rectangular in shape, and we do want it to be a 12 by 12 inch square. When working on the purl edge of the ribbing, you're going to see a lot of extra curling. That's the whole reason why we're blocking this blanket out. So take your time, give it a good stretch, and don't be afraid to come back to a side later. As we're approaching the corner of the blanket, you can see we've got a bit of a stretch to give. Again, we're going to come back side to side. So take your time. If you need to move some pins around, that's okay as well. And as you're working with the blanket, it will begin to stretch out. Each square is about an inch. So as you can see, I'm working with an inch to stretch out on this side. Yes, it is tight, but yes, it will stretch. Now we're working on the knit side of the blanket, and this ribbing is much stretchier and flexible than the purl side. So as you're putting down the pins, you'll have a lot more room on this side. And once you secure this side, you'll be able to go back to the purl side at the opposite end of the blanket and stretch it out some more. We're now finishing up that knit side, and as you can see, there's plenty of extra room on this side. You'll also be able to see that I've added some more pins to the sides that we've done already. And again, this is kind of just a game of tug and pin, slowly but surely to get the right dimensions. As you can see, I've added some more pins throughout the blanket, especially on that purl side where the stretch is a little bit tighter. We're now looking at a 12 by 12 square of the Mini Lovey. You're going to want to leave this here for a good while. I actually have mine on my bed underneath a fan to aid with the drying process. Once it's dry, you can pull the pins and you'll have a perfectly square blanket. If you're interested in making this blanket from the start, click on the link to learn the pattern as we go or download the pattern for free. Thank you for watching and happy knitting.